So let me show you what's going on in this solo. So we start off, again, with this nod to kind of Charlie Christian. That's like a very typical kind of Charlie Christian idea that Kenny Burrell would oftentimes kind of bring into his playing. And then he also, a lot of times, would find ways to bring in chromaticism. This is just like a chromatic movement down from the B flat to the G, and then to the F eventually, and then we go to the E natural. So this is really kind of coming out of almost like a harmonic minor scale of F minor, and then this is like a kind of coming out of like a E flat minor 9 kind of arpeggio, which gets us to that 13 of A flat 7. Now, bringing in the blues. So that's like a D flat, almost blues, like blues scale sounding over the D flat minor to G flat 7. And then these are just arpeggio ideas. C minor 7 arpeggio to an F7 arpeggio, and then transfer that whole lick down. That's a very common thing to do. And then this is on the B flat minor 7. Then we're playing off of the sharp 9 and the flat 9 of the A flat major of the E flat 7, which then resolves to A flat major. And then very common sort of lick with going into basically up the A flat major scale, like an A flat arpeggio, to the D flat, which is the 3rd of the B flat minor, and then this kind of walk up from the flat 7, major 7 into the tonic. And then so now we're in the second course of the blues. This is just all A flat major, and then we're going up here, and then this kind of chromatic movement up from the what would be the 3rd of the C7 as we approach it, then resolving to the F minor, and then going into a kind of a E flat minor sort of idea, kind of coming out of the E flat Dorian. It resolves to the 3rd of the A flat 7, and then resolves back to like a, for lack of a better term, like a D flat major or D flat major pentatonic, and then transferring this other idea. This is just the flat 3 of the D flat minor 7 down to the 2nd degree of it to the root of the D flat minor, which becomes the 5th of the G flat 7, and this is the 2-5 area, and we're going down chromatically, so I take that down, and then this last part over the B minor 7 is really kind of just coming out of the chord tones, and then this kind of lick is a very common Kenny Burrell sort of lick, and just bebop, hard bop lick in general. Just the arpeggio, but in a triplet rhythm. And then we resolve to the A flat, and then end the solo with a kind of a blues idea. And then that same sort of thing that we saw earlier, going from 5 to flat 7 to walking up to the major 7 to the A flat. So this solo has a bunch of those kinds of things that, in sort of the style of what Kenny would use. The outlining of the chords, the infusion of the blues, really paying attention to the chord tones and really making it sing, and you know, kind of mixing all this stuff together into this kind of musical gumbo, if you will, of really joyful, soulful sounds. Yeah, that's Kenny Burrell, joyful, soulful, beautiful musician, one of my favorites.